And now it looked like you two different tribes, right? And then we had tribal groupings where we made agreements among tribes trying to help us figure out how to solve this problem. These agreements is manifesting now in the lives of the descendants of those who made the agreement. In order to reclaim our birthright, we probably was promised to marry somebody, right? We don't know who we supposed to marry, but the ancestors will create the conditions so at the close of the age when you wake up, you be with the person that they promised their parents or whoever they made the agreement with that you would marry. Now you're like, how the hell that happened? I'm your soulmate. No, you ain't. You my ancestor. Your ancestors plotted this shit 1,300 years ago. Here I am with you. I ain't mad, but now I see.
Okay.
You know, but across those tribes, the chiefs learn how to read the energy, and we can read the different tribes have different cultures. Different tribes had different marital rights.
Okay.
Right? You had monogamous tribes, you had polygamous tribes, you had polygynous tribes and polyandry tribes, but they were all different tribes. You had tribes where we sent guys that were, you have these particular class of women that got a knack that know how to soothe raging men. And she might have to have 5 or 6 of them so she can use the rest of them to keep the one in line. And then before you know it, they all in line. They training these men to be husbands, right?
You mean right now?
But they
Are you
don't.
just saying like
No,
earlier?
this is one of the tribal customs that was on the land before the settlers came. I was just going over it with you.
Oh, okay. All right.
Right. Then you have those tribes who was monogamous. They one man, one woman stayed together. They didn't care what happened. You wasn't breaking them up. Right.
Yeah.
Then you had different marital rituals that different tribes used. Right.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the Maori tribes use tattoo rituals where when the son get of a certain age, he'll get a tattoo. He might get something that indicate who his wife gonna be from the other tribe over there and who her father is, and it'll be clues to her bloodline and his tattoos. Just the premise of a wedding. Those are ancient ways. Most of it is gone now, but we play out a modern interpretation of the ancient ritual.
I'll be glad that come back. I'm not lying because these fools here.
Well, the problem is they
no respect.
When you legislate a thing, the most people should benefit from it. But some stuff you got to leave to the legislation of the local area because the custom is different.
Yeah.
You can't force one culture on all of the clans. That's why I keep telling everybody that it was probably some Moors over here, but we wasn't all Moors that was here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is how we know the difference between the ones we call righteous Moors and the ones we call dirty Moors. A lot of righteous Moors have lost favor with me because they believe when I talk about the dirty Moors that I'm blanketing all Moors. That's not what I'm doing. That don't even make sense when I'm quoting Noble Drew Ali, C. Freeman Hill, right? Taj Tariq Bey, Hakeem Bey. I'm quoting these Moorish elders because they gave us some information that y'all need to pay attention to. Y'all must didn't listen to Noble Drew Ali when he said get a good Moorish education, because you would know the difference in me calling out dirty Moors and that this is part of the redemption of the Moorish Science Temple that Noble Drew Ali wrote about if you know how to read the tribal language.
Yeah, they just like to debate. That's all I see. Well,
No,
they not believing you. You know.
no, some of them have the right intentions, but
Okay. Okay.
you can have the right intentions and still be being misled without knowing it,
Hmm. They sound like
right? You don't want to,
Christianity.
remember, they tell us all the time the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Just because your intentions is good, don't mean you haven't been lied to and misled, and that you perpetuating falsehood that you have no clue that you perpetuate.
Right.
Because you believe, based on how you got it and who you got it from, that it is foundational truth.
Right. Right. I feel
Right.
you on that one. I
So
feel you.
this why I don't have a problem with all Moors. I got a
Mm-hmm.
problem with specifically dirty Moors. And if they
Mm.
go to Sister Freedom channel, um, it'll come to me the name of it in a minute. But I was on there with Taj Tariq Bey, and I asked him to describe what a dirty Moor was and what a righteous Moor was, so they'll know the difference when I'm talking about the dirty Moors versus when I'm quoting one of the righteous Moors.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be ruthless on the dirty Moor, and all the
Mm-hmm.
righteous Moor is gonna be the same ruthless I am.
Yeah.
The
I've
only
been
difference
listening to you.
is, yeah, the only difference I'm growth and development. I'm one of the Hoover boys.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they'll accept it coming from a righteous Moor, but they're not gonna accept it coming from what they consider an outsider. It becomes a rallying cry for war to defend the whole tribe. But they're not listening to what I'm saying compared to what they founder told him, so they can know that I'm not the enemy. I just came so that they can clean their house up.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they start waking up. I believe they are, but hopefully they do. Because I
Mm-hmm.
learned you don't just listen to one person, you listen to others. And sometimes when it comes together, and then you'll see that there's the truth. My mother always said that. You got a choice. If for the truth. But I'm saying there's three truths: your way, the other way, and the real truth. I'm not saying it correctly, but that's the way I'm seeing it right now.
It's
That's how I see it.
perspective. Look,
Yeah,
you can believe something with all your heart and soul and
yeah.
be 100% wrong.
Hmm.
Just because you believe it with your whole heart and soul, it's not going to make wrong turn into right. It
Yeah,
don't matter what you do. It's not going to happen.
yeah. I feel you what you're
Right.
talking about. I feel you. I'm
In the
serious. I
church,
see that.
they have us believing that if we believe with all our heart and soul, that all our wrong is going to miraculously turn into right through some
Mm.
process
And
called
I've
being
always been told that we
saved.
going to hell. If you don't do it that way, you going to hell. I don't care what
Yeah.
you
But
say.
that's, yeah. So that's those fire and brimstone evangelical damnation preachers.
Yeah, the fear ones put fear in you, so they can control you, and don't read
Mm-hmm.
no more books either. Because you're going to
Yeah.
hell that way too. That's what I've
Anybody
been
or
taught.
anything that tell you that you can only listen to one person is
Hmm.
trying to control you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
Most people
definitely.
don't know that when they tell you, "Oh, if it ain't in the Bible, I don't believe it." That mean they under the control of the person that gave them the Bible.
Yeah, I've heard
They just
my
haven't
friends say
realized
that.
it yet. Yeah,
I'm trying to wake them up on that one. I'm serious. I have
we
a girlfriend. I love her
passed
to
that.
death.
We passed that.
Yeah.
Shock and all gonna wake them
Hmm.
up.
Okay. Okay. I
Shock
don't
and all
force
gonna wake them
nothing.
up.
Yeah, you can't force nothing on nobody, But the words I say, I'm just hoping she remembers because that's my sister. I love her so much. So, so I just let her say whatever the rant she want to do.
And
And
listen,
yeah.
did nobody tell you that a wrongdoer that's related to you that you're not allowed to love them?
Hmm. Okay.
That's you don't have to condone what they doing. You don't have to agree with it. That don't mean you don't love them.
Hmm.
You just don't agree with their behavior.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
the group they run with, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
That means you can still, and you don't have to associate with people just because you love them.
Uh-huh. That's true.
That's a big misconception. You think because somebody love you that they supposed to be in your armpit all the time. You a
Sure.
slave
Mm-hmm.
driver. Don't even know
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah.
Right? So that means that you can have somebody that you dearly love that won't never do right, that you ain't never got to see again and feel no way bad about it because you still love them.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm dealing with that now. I really am. I
That's
truly am.
life. That's part of
Yeah.
life. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why people come in our life for a season.
Mm.
Some
Always say
people get
that.
to some people get to go to duration, but everybody not going where you going. But y'all
Yeah.
might be jumping the same bus temporarily until y'all switch directions and go in y'all separate ways.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I hear you on that part. I really do.
See?
Damn. Sometimes
This
it's
is
hard.
the journey. This is the journey around the Monopoly board, the plutocracy board, in the game called life,
Mm.
where we
Yeah.
all come to experience some shit called emotions. Because we don't have emotions
Mm.
when we're not in physical form.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Right? So
yeah.
when the physical form, we get to experience the emotion
Mm.
of the hurt and the pain and the misery. And we
The
also get
disrespect.
to feel
I
yeah,
call
and
it.
then we also get to experience the flip side, the conquest, the victory, the
Yeah.
wealth, the plenty,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
sometimes it's better to take the hard part first so you could say the best for last and cruise on
Yeah.
home in style,
Yep.
right?
And that is to love yourself. That's what I'm seeing. Cause I done did all that cruising with that hatred and all that shit that come with the mess. Oh, and I don't want to do it no more. I just leave them behind. Miss me with that one. I ain't got no time for it. For real though. For
Yeah.
real.
So
Yeah.
did I answer all your questions, sweetie?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe you did. I just need to look up in the records to see what I can work out. And I'm gonna can I ask one more question? I
Mm-hmm.
hope I know I'm on here long and I'll give somebody a chance. My last name, I always wanted to understand my last name. My last name, is my dad. Well, of course. How'd I say that? It's
Now, I don't know what
Wyatt.
all of them
This
mean, but if I know what it means, I sure tell you.
okay, Wyatt. What does that? It just says something in white because the people call me White or Watts. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
why it's a derived name from the word white.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
It's a
It's okay.
pronunciation drawl of the deep south,
Mm-hmm.
and people couldn't pronounce it and they couldn't spell it because we wasn't English speaking people.
Mm-hmm.
So white became white.
Mm, okay. They also call me Watts too, but okay.
Mm-hmm.
You said White. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
those ones Watts, California is named after the Skywalker clans.
Mm,
The
okay, that's
Skywalker
nice.
clans, yeah, they was those the ones who were responsible to call forth the thunder and the lightning.
Oh,
Today,
okay.
in
Makes
modern
sense.
times, we call them treetop Pyrus or
Mm-hmm.
we call them sea walking crips. Crooked
Mm-hmm.
man walking.
Yeah, I see your videos.
Mhm.
Love them.
Right. That's the modern version of those ancient tribes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Hmm.
So the more they sea walking, if the energy out of balance, you're gonna have a thunderstorm there,
Oh yeah.
lightning storm.
Yeah. Mm,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Yep. I'm keeping up with that Tupac. I love him. I cried when I heard he died. But now I'm seeing other stuff. It's like, hey, okay, Oak
Look,
Town, all right,
Pac
we
wrote the
see you.
realest shit he ever wrote in Hard to Find.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You remember that song?
Which
We ain't hard to find.
Yeah, I believe so. Right now I can't know the names, but I probably have to listen to it because I
Listen to what
listen to a
he
lot of
said.
his.
This is what
Okay.
Tupac said. He said, heard a rumor I died, murdered in cold blood, dramatized. Pictures and being my final stages. You know, mama cried. That shit was fiction. Some coward got the story twisted. Like I no longer existed, mysteriously missing.
Okay, I have to listen to it again. But I love him anyway. He got so many
Look,
songs
then he
I
got
didn't
one
even
say, you
know.
can't see me.
Uh
If you
huh.
can't see me, he said, I'll be right before your very eyes, but you won't even realize that you can't
Mm-hmm.
see me. So when I tell people he was at the All Eyes premiere with Shock G, they doing sign
Uh-huh.
language and ain't nobody catching it. And he right before their very eyes, and they don't even
What
realize
you
they can't see
say?
him.
What you say?
He
That's all right. That's
used
all right.
Hollywood makeup to make him look different when he's going in front of the camera.
Okay, they do. They can do that now. We see that
Yeah,
Biden.
yeah. Now keep in mind, everybody in Hollywood and everybody in Hollywood loved Tupac. The
Mm.
makeup people loved him. The script writers loved him. The stunt men loved him.
Hmm.
Just like he used to go walk around the hood, he used to walk around the movie set and speak to somebody called a key grip.
Uh
Who the
huh.
fuck is the key grip? What's his
Yeah.
job? But
Yeah.
it
What
come
the hell?
up in the credits on the screen, the key grip name is up there. But
Oh.
Tupac wanted to meet the whole entourage that was making the film. He didn't just want to meet the other actors and the producer and the director. He wanted
Oh. I remember
to
seeing a
meet the
video.
guy that worked in the coat rack while they
Mm.
making the movie. What made you get this job? Where you from? His
Mm.
curiosity was like that about people. And
To see that.
because he was coming straight from a genuine place, they feel a heart connection and never forget him because of it. And it makes their life have a very powerful, colorful memory, which is how you give power to one of the gods when they in human form,
Uh huh. Uh huh.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
So they want to hear your story so you can hit them in the heart chakra with that struggle you've been through so they can give the love back in exchange for your suffering in the heart chakra exchange.
Oh. All right.
So do healing people in basic conversation just by listening to them with an open heart and no for no cause, just because you're
Mm-hmm.
there,
Oh. Okay.
right? Some people were
Mm-hmm.
quick to tell you their story in order to just like confessing to a priest.
Yeah. I feel
But
like
then
sometimes
some
you're under
people,
spell
so yeah,
doing
but
that.
then some people, if you ask their story, they become defensive and it's because they ain't all good.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
know their
That
story,
makes
you get to
sense.
find out they dirt just like you find out the dirt they went through.
Mm-hmm. The lies will come out. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. That makes sense. That makes sense. Damn. Okay. All right then. I'm so glad I spoke to you.
Okay, sweetie. I'm gonna let you
All
drop
right.
down and I'm gonna take somebody else, okay?
All right then, right.
No sisters, I had to take all dudes.
I know. I remember. How are you?
How
Thank you so much.
you doing, sweetie?
Good. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing
Good.
well. You
Good.
have
Good.
beautiful glow.
Thank you. Thank you. I guess I blame it on put it on motherhood. So recently, just got inducted to the best hood, the motherhood. So I'm gonna put it on that. Yep.
Yeah, that's the energy when you first feel that, you got it all under control. You seeing your babies laying there peacefully sleeping. You look over there, your hubby, he full sleep, farting in the bed. You know, you look around
Absolutely.
the house, cleaning all done, and then you realize that you got
Yeah.
this. I'm mama now.
Yes. Absolutely.
That
Absolutely.
energy shift for a woman, that's when she really glow like you glowing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so
That's
much.
that feng shui of the spirit.
Hmm.
That's the highest expression of divine feminine is the when we can call her mother and she walking in that energy. That's how you can go in there with enough food to feed 2 people, but when you get done cooking it, you feed a house of 12
Yeah,
and have leftovers.
absolutely. From
That's
nothing.
when that the love in the food, soul
Mm-hmm.
food.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. My grandmother always said, she told me when a woman gives birth, death passes by a bed 3 times, And I didn't understand that and I gave birth naturally. And I didn't understand it until I was giving birth. And after